Hello YouTube, it's PS3 Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video I'll be looking at my most anticipated games for 2021. As always, let me know your thoughts below in the comments as I love to read all your comments. But before we get into the video, some of these release dates aren't set in stone and could change at any time, so just be aware, okay? Right, let's jump into my most anticipated games for 2021. So first up then we have Returnal, and this is made by the creators of Resogun Housemarque, and we recently saw some new Returnal gameplay of combat and sort of what you're be doing. So it's procedurally generated, you'll be fighting enemies, quite fast paced in sci-fi environments, which sounds really awesome. Quite a new IP, I think. It looks intriguing, definitely want to know more about it. So, and that's releasing March 19th 2021. Next up we have It Takes Two, releasing 26th of March. Now if you don't know what It Takes Two is, so if you remember, Joseph Fares, the guy at the Game Awards a few years ago, is the creator of A Way Out. Now, I think this was funded by EA, one of their indie sort of development programs. So A Way Out was a fantastic co-op only game where basically if you bought the game, if you invited a friend to your match, that friend would get the access to the whole game for free, which I think is fantastic, and that is what's carrying over to It Takes Two. So It Takes Two is another co-op only title. You play as a man and a woman, really colourful sort of art style. It's a 3D platformer where you've got to do puzzles and do platforming with your friend in order to get to the next area. There's also, from what I can see from the trailer, obviously it'll have some sort of story involved as well, and there'll be trophies, I presume. So yeah, so that's It Takes Two, 26th of March. So I'm not the biggest Ubisoft fan, but at the same time I do like my Far Cry series, and Far Cry 6 is meant to be releasing first half of 2021. That it was meant to be 25th of May, but it's been delayed, I believe. So yeah, Far Cry 6. So obviously you have to try and take down the dictator, who is played by Gus in Breaking Bad. It's the same guy in Breaking Bad that's playing the villain in Far Cry 6, which is a really good casting, as I'm currently going through Breaking Bad as we speak and on season 5, and the actor that played Gus, I'll put his name on screen, I can't remember off the top of my head, but he played that role excellently well, really good. So it's a fantastic casting, and I'm really intrigued as Far Cry games are all about the villain. So that's first half of 2021. So next up we've got heavily rumoured game Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which includes single player from Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3. That's released in spring 2021. Obviously this hasn't been confirmed, but yeah, Mass Effect is a franchise I've not actually played, and I'm really intrigued to find out more about Mass Effect. Hopefully they do it justice, and it'll be a really good remaster or remake like the Tony Hawk games or the Spyro or Crash games. So if it's up to that standard with no bugs, then yeah, I'm all for trying out new franchises, and Mass Effect I'm looking forward to. So next up we have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, first half of 2021. This is releasing. So yeah, Ratchet and Clank, massive fan of the game. It's a really good collectathon game. Obviously you have to upgrade all your weapons. It's got a really good story. It's got hidden areas where you have to get upgrades from certain levels, and yeah, it's got golden bolts. It's just tremendous. I really loved Ratchet and Clank on PS3 and the 2016 version on PS4, and I can't wait to see a new game in the franchise. So, and that's releasing first half 2021. So next up we have Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now if you don't know, outside of YouTube, I'm a massive fan of Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit franchise. I love Lord of the Rings. It's my favourite film franchise of all time. So creators of Lord of the Rings Gollum, I don't believe they have the rights to the game, so that's why the graphics look slightly different to what other Lord of the Rings games look. It's their own interpretation of what Gollum looks like and the world of Mordor. So from what I can tell, it's you play as Gollum, which is one of the main sort of companions to Frodo in the original trilogy, and it's meant to be a stealth game. Well, that's what one of the recent UK PlayStation magazines has alluded to. Stealth game where you've got to get from A to B and use your stealth to get past the enemies. So yeah, that sounds intriguing. I wonder how long the game will be. I really can't wait to play this one. Lord of the Rings Gollum is coming late 2021 apparently. Next up we have Horizon Forbidden West, second half of 2021. I do think this will be Sony's 2021 holiday game, all going well. So Horizon Forbidden West, saw the trailer at one of the PlayStation reveal events. It looked incredible. I actually thought it was CGI, but no, apparently that's meant to be the graphics on capability in the PS5. And I'm ashamed to admit I've not played the first Horizon game, as I'm not a massive sort of sci-fi robot dinosaur fan, but at the same time, if I want to play the second game, I really have to go back and play the first game, which I probably will be doing sometime this year. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what the sequel has in store. So next up we have God of War Ragnarok 2021. Now again, I think this game will be either cross-gen, which I said in the previous video, or that it might be delayed, because at this stage we've only seen a logo, and normally before a game releases you see the logo, maybe a trailer, maybe some gameplay, actual gameplay trailer, and more information about the game getting certified, and we've not seen any of that, so I think this might be a 2022 game potentially. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. So we've just had news that Hogwarts Legacy, which is the next game on this list, has been delayed to 2022. So yeah, I'm just going to skip that because I wrote the list prior to that news, so obviously I'm not going to really speak about that, but I've mentioned it now anyway. So, and finally we have Resident Evil 8. Now, I'm a new fan of the Resident Evil franchise. I do like this zombie sort of linear sort of storytelling and weapon upgrade type game. Yeah, it's horror sort of related, that's what I was trying to say. Original 3 games were horror related, 4, 5 and 6 were more action focused, and then 7 went back to it being horror. So, but I think Resident Evil 8, from what I've seen, looks interesting. I think it follows on from, or it looks very similar to Resident Evil 4, being like a European village type area with new characters. Again, this might take me a long time to get to Resident Evil 8 because I'm currently on Resident Evil 3 at the moment, so, and I believe Resident Evil 4 is releasing next year in 2022, so it'll take me a few years to get to play this game, but hopefully the wait will be worth it. So anyway guys, that has been my most anticipated games for 2021. As always, let me know what games you are looking forward to down in the comments below. But that's the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I've been PS3 Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much indeed guys, bye bye.